Good afternoon. Let's discuss the daily development. The first topic is about the SCO summit. Prime Minister Modi addressed the 23rd summit of the SCO Council heads of state. So, what is SCO? It is a permanent intergovernmental international organization founded in 2001. It was built on the Shanghai Five, the group initially 5 countries, the grouping which consider Russia, China, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, and Tajikistan. They formed it fast, called the Shanghai Five. They came together in the post-Soviet era in 1996 in order to work on regional security, reduction of border troops, and terrorism. The member of SCO grouping now comprise China, India, Iran, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Pakistan, Russia, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan. Fine. Initially there are 5, but right now 9. And latest addition is Iran. And prior to that, India and Pakistan joined this organization. India acquired the observer status in the group in 2005 and admitted as a full member in 2017 along with Pakistan. India and Pakistan became member in 2017. The main goal of SCO was strengthening mutual confidence and good neighborly relations among member countries, promoting effective cooperation in politics, trade and economy, science and technology, culture as well as education, energy, transportation, tourism, environmental protection and other fields. Making joint efforts to maintain and ensure peace, security and stability in the region, moving towards the establishment of a new democratic, just and rational political and economic international order. Major highlights of the recent summit: the grouping's decision to induct Iran as its 9th and latest member was one of a number of agreements signed at the summit. Iran joined as the latest member. Other agreements include the New Delhi Declaration outlining area of cooperation between the SCO countries, a joint statement on countering radicalization, and one on digital transformation. When India offered to share expertise on digital payment interface such as UPI, SCO member also agreed to explore the use of national currencies for payment within the grouping, which could circumvent international dollar-based payment. Stand-on sanction, in reference to sanctions on Russia and Iran by the US, the European countries SCO members jointly criticized non-UN sanctions as incompatible with the principle of international law. Because recently, US imposed sanction, European Union imposed sanction. Okay, so they are imposing sanction unilaterally or in the small group or regionally, but sanctions should be United Nations. So they are called the non-UN sanctions, which have a negative impact on other countries. Defense: the member state reiterated that unilateral and unlimited expansion of global missile defense system by certain countries has a negative impact on national security, international security and stability. So space, they advocated keeping outer space free of weapons. They called for compliance with the Convention on the Prohibition of the Development, Production, Stockpiling and Use of Chemical Weapons, and on their destruction as an effective instrument in disarmament and non-proliferation. Cooperation in other areas: the member states expressed their intentions to strengthen cooperation in education, science and technology, culture, health, disaster management, tourism, sports, and people-to-people contact. They reaffirmed their commitment to the peaceful settlement of disagreement and dispute between countries through dialogue and consultations. Member states agreed to declare 2024 as the SCO Year of Environment. India's remark at the summit: India being the host, India refused to join the other member on paragraph relating to China's Belt and Road Initiative in the joint statement and stayed out of a joint statement on SCO Economic Development Strategy 2030, indicating a lack of consensus in the grouping. Fine. Okay. So India refused to join the other member on paragraph relating to China's Belt and Road Initiative in the joint statement and stayed out of the joint statement on SCO Economic Development Strategy 2030, indicating a lack of consensus in the grouping. India opposes BRI over its inclusion of projects in Pakistan occupied Kashmir because the Belt Road Initiative had this CPEC, China Pakistan Economic Corridor, which passes through POK, and this is being opposed by India and violation of its territorial integrity. India also took sharp aim at Pakistan for cross-border terrorism and at China for connectivity projects that do not respect sovereign boundary. Emerging challenges. The Delhi Declaration listed a number of global challenges, including new and emerging conflicts, turbulence in the market, supply chain instability, climate change, and the COVID-19 pandemic, are adding to the volatility and uncertainty in the global economy and creating additional challenges for economic growth, maintaining social well-being, ensuring food and energy security, as well as the implementation of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. Fine. The member states have expressed their concern about the growing threat posed by increased production, trafficking, and abuse of narcotic drugs, and using the product of illicit drug trafficking as a source of funding for terrorism. Then, coming to the conclusion, some countries use cross-border terrorism as an instrument of their policy, provide shelter to terrorists. SCO should not hesitate to criticize such nations. There should be no place for a double standard on such serious matter. Better connectivity not only enhances mutual trade but also foster mutual trust. However, in these efforts, it is essential to uphold the basic principle of the SCO Charter, particularly respecting the sovereignty and regional integrity of the member states. There is a need for a joint and balanced approach to countering trafficking of illicit drugs and their precursors. The formation of a more representative and multipolar world order is in the global interest. Therefore, new approaches are required to promote a more equitable and effective international cooperation. Jungle Jami Yojana. The Odisha government announced the launch of the state forest right scheme to strengthen forest right among the tribal and forest dwellers across the state districts. About the scheme, to function parallel to the Forest Right Act, the Mo Jungle Jami Yojana is aimed to function parallelly with the scheduled tribes and other traditional forest dwellers. Recognition of Forest Right Act, popularly known as the Forest Right Act 2006, passed by the Parliament, giving right to land to the forest dwellers. It is entirely funded by the state government. To bridge the gap in Forest Right Act, the scheme is conceived to bridge the gap and address critical issues not targeted in the central scheme for the past 15 years since its implementation. So, under this scheme, all unsurveyed forest and zero area village will be converted. Sir, sir, small, sir, yes, sir, कोचिंग आम्ही दिलं तर संडे दिन होतो. सकाळ पण संडे दिन असेल. सर, मग बोलतो मग काली ଯିବି ନା ମୁଁ କଥା ହେଇଯିବି ଯାଉଛି ନା ଆମେ संडे दिन. तर संडे पे तर कन्फर्म करियो. थैंक यू. Okay. So, to Arvind. हाँ गाड़ीଟା କହୁଛୁ ଏଇଟା ସବୁ ମୋ ନିଜ କାମ ସେଇଟା ହେଲା ଯେ କଲେଜ ମାଇନରିଟି ଜେରକ୍ସ କରିଦେବ ଦେଖିକି ଟିକେ ମୁଁ ସରିଲେ ମୋତେ ଚେକ୍ କରିଦେବୁ ମୁଁ ଏଇ କମ୍ପ୍ୟୁଟର କିଣିବି To bridge the gap in forest right act, the scheme is conceived to bridge the gap and address critical issues not targeted in the central scheme for the 15 years. Fine. बोलो। हम्म କିଛି ଦରକାର ନାହିଁ ଜମା ଦରକାର ନାହିଁ ଆପଣ ହୁଁ ଆଚ୍ଛା ଆଚ୍ଛା ଓହୋ ଠିକ ଅଛି ନାଇଁ ନା ମୋର କଲ୍ ନାହିଁ ଆପଣ ଯେ ସାଙ୍ଗ ଯୋଉ ଥିଲେ ତାଙ୍କୁ କହୁନାହାନ୍ତି ସେ ଯୋଉ ଆକାଉଣ୍ଟ ଗୋଟେ ଏସବିଆଇ ଆକାଉଣ୍ଟରେ ଦେଇଦେବେ ନହେଲେ ମୋର ଗୋଟେ ଏସବିଆଇ ଆକାଉଣ୍ଟ ଭିତରେ ପକେଇ ଦଉନାହାନ୍ତି ଲେଖିଦେବା ଦେଖ ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ ବାହାରେ ଲେଖିଦେବି 10091 79 5596 ଗୋଟେ ଫୋନ ପେ ନମ୍ବର ବାଲା ଫୋନ ଦଉଛି ଗୋଟେ କହୁଛି So under this scheme, all unsurveyed surveyed forest and zero area village will be converted into revenue village, thus enabling all household access to water supply, road connectivity, school and healthcare. Digitizing records, the scheme would also include digitizing record of the title holders who can then access them online. The state will thereby have data of all the claimants and the number of benefits shipped by the title holders under the different program of the scheme. Providing land titles, the implementation of the scheme will provide ownership of the land and access to forest resources to the beneficiaries according to their entitlement and join them with mainstream development program of the government. According to the notification, all eligible claimants, mainly single women and PBTG, particularly vulnerable tribal group, will receive land titles and record corrections will be made for all the title holders. If implemented, the Odisha will become the first in India, okay, recognize such community. ठीक ଅଛି ଆପଣ ମତେ ଟ୍ୟୁଜଡେ ଦିନ ପଠେଇବେ ସକାଳୁ ଆପଣ ଟ୍ୟୁଜଡେ ଯେ ଟିକେ କହିବେ ଟିକେ ମାନେ ସେଇ ଦିନ ମାନେ ସାଙ୍ଗେ ନଷ୍ଟ ପଳେଇଲେ ମୁଁ ଅର୍ଡର ୱେବସାଇଟ୍ ଯେତେ ମଣିକି ଆସିବ ପାଞ୍ଚଟା ଆସିବ Okay. So the state is home to 62. According to the notification, eligible claimant, mainly single women and PBTG, will receive the land titles and record correction will be made for all title holders. If implemented, Odisha would become the first in India to recognize community forest rights along with individual rights offered by the center. State data on tribes. Odisha has 32,562 forest right act potential villages and 7.35 potential scheduled tribe families which are targeted to be benefited. Okay. So the state is home to 62 different tribes of which 13 are recognized as particularly vulnerable tribal groups (PVTG), the highest number in India. The tribal population estimated to be uh, 95 lakhs 90,756, which amount to 22.85% of the overall population of the state. The Forest Right Act was passed by the Parliament. The scheduled tribe and other traditional forest dwellers recognition of Forest Right Act 2006, popularly known as the Forest Right Act, recognizes the right of forest dwellers and the importance of their participation in the forest management processes. It also marks a shift from the colonial era view of forest dwelling communities being isolated entities which prey on forest. The act is based more on the principle that the communities are a part of forest ecosystem. Gram Sabha is an important entity within the Act's tools to achieve its objective. To undo the historical injustice occurred to the forest dwelling communities, to ensure land tenure, livelihood, and food security to the forest dwelling scheduled tribes and other traditional forest dwellers, to strengthen the conservation regime, responsibility, and authority of forest rights holders for sustainable and maintenance of ecological balance. Okay. Crisis as most of its reservoirs are running low on water due to deficient rainfall in June, the first month of the monsoon season. This has affected the sowing of kharif crop and raised concern about the availability of water for irrigation and drinking purpose till May 2024. According to the latest data from the Central Water Commission, which monitors 146 reservoirs across the country, water level in 110 of them are 40% or below their capacities as on June 30. The CWC data also shows that water level in the reservoir of 10 states are lower than the normal level based on their 30 years average. These states are Bihar, West Bengal, Odisha, Jharkhand, Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Kerala, Karnataka, Tripura, and Nagaland. The deficiency range from 11% to 80% in the state. The situation is alarming as India's hydrological year starts in June and continues till May of next year. The reservoir depends on the monsoon rains for filling up during the June-September period. However, this year, several parts of the India received deficient rainfall in June despite the monsoon covering the entire country 6 days earlier than normal, said experts. The Indian Meteorological Department data reveals that till July 4th, around 53% of the 717 district of which data are available received deficient rain, while for another 10% it was even worse. Insufficient rainfall has also affected the sowing of main kharif crops such as the paddy, which require adequate water for germination and growth. The Central Water Commission, however, said that the water level was better than the last 10 year average and that it review the situation on a weekly basis along with other departments under the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare to take further actions. The Central Water Commission is a premier technical organization in India in the field of water resources. It was established in 1945 as an advisory body to the Government of India on matter relating to water resources development and management. It operates as an attached office to the Ministry of Jal Shakti, Department of Water Resources, River Development and Ganga Rejuvenation, Government of India. Its main role is to plan, design and implement schemes for the management, conservation and use of water resources across the country for purposes such as flood control, irrigation, navigation, drinking water supply and hydropower generation. Working structure. The CWC is headed by chairman who was the rank of ex-officio secretary to Government of India and oversee overall organization that perform specific tasks and duties within their scope of function. A separate human resource management unit headed by the chief engineer handles the human resources development, financial management, training and administrative matters of Central Water Commission. The National Water Academy NWA located in Pune is responsible for training central and state in-service engineers and it functions directly under the guidance of the chairman. The CWC has 19 organizations located at its headquarters in New Delhi and 13 organizations spread over various locations in India. The main function of the Central Water Commission to provide technical assistance and guidance to the state government and central ministries of planning, design, construction, operation and maintenance of water resource projects. To undertake a techno-economic appraisal of major and medium irrigation, flood control and multi-purpose project and to accord investment clearance. To monitor the implementation of major and medium irrigation, flood control and multi-purpose project and to evaluate their performance. The color products are being offered under this umbrella brand Gift Nifty 50, Gift Nifty Bank, Gift Nifty Financial Services and Gift Nifty IT derivative contracts. According to 5-year contract between the two, business actually be shared on a 50-50 basis. Importance for India. Gift Nifty is an important milestone for Gift IFSC and its outreach towards foreign investors and enhancing the capital market ecosystem in the gift city. Over the past 2 decades, the Singapore Stock Exchange has been outreach to the world. It has linked two of the fastest growing economies of the world. The mosaic virus, in context, the tomato crop in Maharashtra has impacted by attack of the cucumber mosaic virus, which in Karnataka and other South Indian states, the farmer blaming tomato mosaic virus to crop losses. What is mosaic virus? It is a parasite that destroy plants, gardens, and crops down to their molecular level. Once a plant contact the mosaic virus, the infected plant can then spread the virus to other plants, squash, melon, and the peppers. What is the tomato virus? Okay, so mosaic virus, it belongs to the Vigarividae family and is closely related to the tobacco mosaic virus. It hosts include tomato, tobacco, pepper, and certain ornamental plants. It spreads mainly through infected seeds, samplings, and agricultural tools. It could require only few infected sampling for the virus to take over an entire field in matter of days. It can remain dormant in weeds and plant, remain around the field and come back later. But if this, it has a much larger host pool that includes cucumber, melon, eggplant, tomato, carrot, and lettuce. It was identified in that cucumber in 1934, which gave the virus its name. It is spread by aphids, which are sub-sucking insects. It can also spread through human touch, but the chances of that are extremely low. Conditions of high temperature followed by intermittent rain, which allow aphids to multiply, are conducive to the spread of this cucumber, that tomato cucumber virus. Okay, GMEX 2023. Indian Navy is hosting the bilateral Japan-India Maritime Exercise 2023, which take place in Visakhapatnam. So this edition marked the 11th anniversary of the GMEX since inception in 2012. Exercise will witness the participation of INS Delhi, INS Kamuta, fleet tanker INS Shakti, a submarine, marine patrol aircraft PHI and dronier, shipborne helicopters and fighter aircrafts. The exercise will be conducted over 6 days in 2 phases. A harbour phase at Visakhapatnam comprising professional, sports and social interactions. The two navies will jointly hone their war fighting skills at sea and enhance their interoperability through complex multidisciplinary operations in the surface, subsurface and air domains. GMX 23 provides an opportunity to learn from each other's best practices and facilitates operational interactions between in and India and the JMSDF in the force Japan to foster a mutual cooperation and reaffirm their shared commitment towards maritime security in the region. So that Annapurti, a demonstration of the automated multi-commodity grain dispensing machine, Annapurti, was recently conducted during the National Conference of Food Ministers of States, Union and Territories organized by the Department of Food and Public Distribution. About this Annapurti, Grain ATM, Annapurti is an automated multi-commodity dispensing solution that provides fast, clean and precise access to commodities, rice, wheat, grain to beneficiaries post biometric authentication. It is developed by the World Food Program, India. GAIN ATM ensures 24/7 access to full entitlements of people entitled to monthly subsidized grain through India public distribution system. Annapurti has potential use for food-based safety nets, food grain distribution during emergency, and increasing market access for smallholder farmers. Annapurti, which dispense the type and quantity of the selected grain, wheat, rice, and millet, common to each beneficiary after biometric authentication, does away with the possibility of spillage, waste, and short waiting. Okay, any pilferage. Features Annapurti dispense one or two grain commodities up to 50 kilograms in 5 minutes with an error rate of 0.01%. The entire solution, including the volume of storage unit, it's attached to solar panel, inverter, batteries, and elevator for automatic refilling. World Zoonosis Day, the first immunization against a zoonotic illness, is commemorated annually on 6th as World 6 July as World Zoonotic Day. Indian Immunological Limited organized a nationwide free vaccination camp against zoonotic diseases on account of the World Zoonotic Day 2023. Zoonotic diseases originate in the animals and can spread to humans. Infections occur through bites or contact with the infected animals' bodily fluids. Virus, bacteria, fungi, prions or parasites cause zoonosis. rabies, Ebola, certain strain of swine flu, leptospirosis, brucellosis, anthrax, Zika, and Ebola viruses. Then the irritated shiso, plague, chikungunya, dengue, and Japanese encephalitis are the most notorious zoonotic diseases. Origin of the World Zoonosis Day. World Zoonosis Day was instituted on 6 July 1885 to educate and raise awareness about zoonotic diseases that can transit from animal to human. It commemorates French biologist Luther Pasteur, who administered the first dose of the first vaccine against rabies in India. Okay. ସେମାନେ କୋଉ ଗ୍ରୁପରେ ଅଛନ୍ତି? ଓ ତମର ପ୍ୟାନେଲ ସେ ପ୍ୟାନେଲ ନା So, coming to the question, examine the role played by science and technology in post-independent period in order to put India on the path of modernity. So, Nehru believed that science and technology were crucial to the solution of India's problem. But science and technology were crucial to the solution of India's problem. The scientific policy resolution acknowledging the role of science and technology in the economic, social, and cultural advancement of country was passed by the Lok Sabha in March 1958. Role played by the science and technology in the post-independent industrialization, rapid industrialization based on foundation of modern science and technology, help in the planned socialist model of development in the country. Pandit Nehru initiated a strong and diversified industrial base. This led to passage of the Industrial Policy Resolution 1948, followed by the Industrial Policy Resolution Statement 1956, 1973, 1977, 1980, and 1991. Rapid agricultural development, the first 5-year plan of 1951, addressed the issue of the agrarian sector, including investment in the dams and irrigation. The total planned budget was development, transport and communication, industry, social service, land rehabilitation, and other sectors and services.